Hi, this is John Falstrom again. It's June 6th, 2011. I'm back at my studio in Melody Mart, Illinois. Melody Mart's about 40 minutes south of Chicagoland. And tonight I'm going to do a kind of like a special thing on beginner bass. Total beginner. Going back to day one. This is for all you guys who just pick up the bass for the first time. Okay? What to look for and what to expect. So the first thing that you want to do is probably just hold the thing, because it's going to be, right now it's going to be a real big stranger to you, but after a while it's going to become part of you. So at first it'll feel weird, just so you know, for at least, I don't know, maybe up to a year, who knows, depends how much you practice, but right away it's going to feel weird. And set up your practice schedule tight, have a practice spot where you got your bass amp, probably get a music stand, make it musical, make your surroundings musical, have a chair where you sit down, you're going to play the bass, and that's your bass chair, decent amplifier, music around you, make it musical. Alright, so the first thing you want to know about the bass is probably just know that these are the tuning pegs. These make the strings go up in pitch and back down, okay? Gotta keep an eye on that. You might not be able to tune it right away, but that's okay. Right there, I'm just getting it back in tune a little bit. But these make the strings go higher or lower, sharp or flat, okay? And we gotta know about that. Alright. So be aware of your tuning pegs. They do have tuners right now. It's a tuner. You just, here, let's see, I'll hit it. And tuners are good because if you're in tune, you see the green light go on right there. You can see it. You want to play in tune. You don't want to play in tune, but if you're out of tune, probably when you're a beginner, you really don't know anyways. I know I didn't know. Probably still don't know, but I know this tuner helps everybody. Okay, so you get that in the green. I think that's in the green. I'll check it real quick. Yeah, that's good. All right, so you might probably want to get a tuner if you're beginner, maybe a year, first day to a year. Depends how good you are along the line, and depending on how good you are, it means how much you practice. You know, how much work have you done? Practice is work. It's just I don't like that name, practice. It's more like how much are you working on your bass, not practicing. Practicing makes it seem like a hobby, to me at least. So how much are you working on your bass? All right, so you got to know your tuning pegs. Try and don't touch them at first when you're a beginner. Just leave them alone. And now your strings. You got to know your strings. Like probably memorize them the first day. So your E string, the big E, that's an E note. Then the A string, second string, D string, G string. So right away you want to memorize E, A, D, and G. Right away, E, A, D, G. Any order, G, D, A, E. And that's very important to memorize that. Quickly get off to a good start. Okay. Now, next thing is your dot markers. Okay? These should be memorized, or have to be memorized actually. And you want to get these memorized quickly, like the first week at least, maybe the first night you get your bass, you get your beginners. Now this bass, some basses have dots on the first fret markers, and you can see this one does. That's fine. So you want to memorize this. Your bass will either have a first dot there or not. Doesn't matter. Most basses probably have the first dot on the third fret. So 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th. And the double dots are your 12th fret. So we'll do that again. Let's go with the 1, 2. This is the first fret. So your first dot marker, if you have a dot marker on your first fret, is the first fret. Second dot marker is the 3rd fret, okay? Then your third one in line on this bass is the 5th, 7th, 4th dot marker, 9th, 12th. Then the 15th here, which is your first dot marker past the double dots. Now to me, those double dots again represent these notes are not repeating, like in music. When you read music you got the double dots to repeat. I got double dots, you got double dots on yours probably. Then you got your first dot, which is the same note as the dot here, the 3rd fret. So that's the same note in octafier, and the notes stay the same. 12, 15, 17, 19, 21. This bass has 21. Most basses are anywhere from 20 to 24 frets, okay? Just memorize the frets, bottom line, whatever kind of bass you have, wherever the dot markers are at. Just memorize the frets with the dot markers on, so you don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each fret. You don't do this. So if you know you want to go to the 9th fret, go here. If that's your 4th dot marker, memorize the 9th, 4th dot. If you got the dot marker on the 1st fret, it's your 5th dot. Okay. It's the single dot below the double, so that you can make it that way either. Different ways of approaching it. But get those frets with the dot markers memorized right now while I'm talking. You've got enough time. Memorize those. Now your left hand. Left hand is crucial. Just start off. Get these fingers separated. Use each finger. 1, 2, and make up things. Just you can make up anything, but just one finger per fret's the theory. The concept, as your hand gets shaped, it'll change depending on how you want to play it, but just make sure your fingers are equal in strength. See, it's kind of like one finger per fret. Your little finger should be probably your strongest finger, I would say. That or your first finger. Right now it's your weakest finger. You probably don't even want to play with it right now if you're a beginner. Saying, oh, I'll just play with 2 fingers or 3. That's because that's what I want to do too. But you can't do it. So you got to work on that little finger right away from the get-go. So if I was a beginner bass player, I would just do stuff like this. Just use my little finger, and then go as fast as you can. Get your speed going up just using that finger. It's got to be strong. And do the same thing with your 3rd, middle, and 1st. Got to get these fingers separated, okay? Do it slow. You can hit the notes anytime you want. Just make up stuff. Get musical. So we'll do this. And then for you beginners, just do this. Okay? And then go as fast as you can. Just work on your speed, and then stop, take a break, and then do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Now the right hand, probably go with your fingers. If not, you can use picks are good too. Thumb too. But the thumb, real quick, the thumb on your right hand is huge because that's your leverage. That's your pivot. See, your thumb's going to pivot. So get your beginner, get that bass, get that thumb somewhere on the bass. So when you hit the E string, you put it here. The main thing is it's planted. Don't ever put it up here, because this is dragging your fingers right up with it. So now you want to play up here, but you got to stretch. So this is out of bounds. Put it down, slide it down, get it there. Start hitting these notes with your first finger, and at random. But you got to make up stuff. Then use your 3rd, middle finger, get that going, hit the string solid. Notice that my thumb is on the bass, leverage. It becomes a backstop. See? Use your 3rd finger if you want. Probably avoid the little finger unless you feel like you want to do it. It's a little shorter, but that's okay. I have friends who do that and students. Now when you hit the EADG, just get there, same thing. Just start banging these strings away, go as fast as you can, maybe with 2. Keep doing it. Take a break, do it again, make it sound good. Just make up anything, one note. Use the 3. Okay. These are your pickups on a bass. These are like microphones. Okay, simple as that, like little microphones. These make the bass go, the bass sound go through the amplifier. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with right now what I've talked about for beginner bass players. Just have your bass always around you. And it's John Falstrom again, author of EADG 4. And see you next time.